Things are going pretty quickly now. Ah, fun voices. Hello, innkeep. Look what I found. Looks like a rare specimen of Archie to me. I'm one of a kind. Oh, you two know each other already? Of course you do. Pretty much everyone in this city, huh? Of course I know him. He's quite the celebrity in town. Hi, Zan. Good morning. Did you get a little extra sleep tonight? 5:30 is a little late for you, but Monday mornings are hard for everybody. Of course I know him. He's quite the celebrity in town. Oh, I suppose I am. He's Zenith's most famous author. He even survived an assault by hordes of the vicious undead. Author? I guess I really am an author, yes. Bummer. Here I thought I could surprise you. How'd you two meet? Yes, lol. How was your weekend? My weekend was pretty hectic. So, my kids kind of got thrown out of summer camp for trying to wander off in the woods too much. And so, we had to have like a disciplinary weekend where we just practiced following instructions for 3 days straight. And, yeah, it was a lot of work. I'm almost looking forward to getting back to actual work. Ugh. Yeah. Turns out you just can't wander off into the woods as a child. Or you're not supposed to, anyway. I used to. I think he spotted me out on the street. He must have thought I had stories to tell, so he asked me if he could write my biography. A unique way to call someone old. But she does have a lot of stories to tell. Archie, how many manuscript topics do you want to collect before you actually finish something? Well, you see, it's always important to collect ideas. Life itself is the best source of inspiration for any artist. Free spirits, I get it. It's not the same world anymore. Yeah. I mean, my kids are delightful, but they definitely have like ADHD. I mean, it's undiagnosed, but you can see it. It's not a big deal since they're in like the younger grades, like kindergarten and first grade, and so they can deal with not concentrating and not listening to people for a little while. But eventually, they need to learn some tips and tricks to, survive. It's rough out there for a kid. Look at him. He's so eager to write, I just couldn't refuse that look in his big sparkly eyes. Writing down ideas is so much fun. There's a magical detective story, Theo's and my adventure with the undead, and now Una's biography as well. It's fantastic. Suppose you're right. You got this. I wish my mom knew how to help earlier. Yeah, Same. My parents had no idea how to raise me. But I turned out like a big fluffy Santa Claus, so how can I complain? Una, how come you want your biography to be written now? I don't really have a reason. I'm old, and I've seen a lot of stuff. Would be sad if all that knowledge went to waste, right? It's not like you'll disappear any second now, is it? Of course not. I get it. A lot of terrible things have been happening lately. Don't be silly. We'll be fine. It's always nice to see most of your friends return during times like these. Most of them? Stuff like this happens every few decades. It's completely normal. If you say so. You're gonna pay Archie accordingly, though. That's what I'm here for. I'm gonna pay him with drinks. I could also use a little refreshing drink myself. You have a kind spirit. Thank you. That took some growing. Honestly, I was never a perfect child. I mean, never mind, I was a perfect child. But I did have to do a lot of growing, and I'm still doing a lot of growing to kind of be the person I want to be. That's half why I chose, like, this big fluffy Santa Claus VTuber. It's kind of like what I want to be when I grow up, even though I'm already pretty old. You can get the walk done? You're here, but can't text for a sec? That's fine. I mean, I'm just reading a bunch of story. Aye, gotcha. Anything specific you'd like today, Archie? Well, we are definitely on the same path. I definitely see you. I see you too. Just the same as always. A drink to stay focused on my writing, to defend my brain against all those distracting thoughts. Coming right up. Archie's got ADHD too. I mean, he liked the steel tonic, so he gets that again. A little bit of pepper. More a little violence. And a little bit of dex. Like, it doesn't look like a drink for him, but he likes it. Nope. Here you go, a drink to boost your concentration. Thank you very much, dear innkeeper. This is delicious! I can feel an irresistible itch in my fingertips already. Always happy to oblige. So, Una, what's it for you today? Maybe something to give me enough strength and energy to tell this whippersnapper every detail of my life. Yeah, that sounds about right. Alright, give me a quick second, I'll be back with your drink. I think she likes violence, right? Yeah, so she gets the sailor's courage. And you know what? She gets a pepper too. Lots of violence in this one. The orange juice. And top it off with some dex. Boop. Some liquid stamina for the golden girl. Let's see if your skills are to be trusted, innkeeper. Oh! Archie, I hope you're ready for at least 600 pages. That's a lot. But you already agreed, so you don't have a choice. And now, my dear Archibald, we'll begin with the writing. Thank you for your hospitality, innkeeper. I'll see you later. Goodbye, innkeeper. I'll remember to keep a copy of the book for you. Sign, please. Of course. Very well. Goodbye, you two. That was wholesome. Who's this lady? Finally, my service beasts and I have returned. Welcome back, Minthy. This is the second time she's been here, and it's almost the end of the game. Like, she's a cool design and all. I like the henna tattoos everywhere. And I don't know what you would call that piercing. Like, what is that part of your, like, lips in between your nose and your lips? Like that little flesh canyon. Good to see you, innkeeper, and surprisingly, your tavern's dry interior. Thought you might be appreciating the dampness of almost everything nowadays. Maybe while underwater, but wheels and mud do not mix. On land, I appreciate structurally sound and smooth wood flooring much more than its soggy alternatives. Alright, I forgot she was in a wheelchair. That bad? You would too, just step a few minutes past your tavern. And you might get an idea of things that jammed in my smokes and smushed between Casket and Kane's toes. I'll pass, and besides, stories from my patrons are much more enjoyable. Speaking of, how'd the pearl hunt go? Honestly, it wasn't too eventful. But before I go on, I could do with one of your drinks, innkeeper. Something to keep my mind clear of any irrelevant distractions for my journey back. Let me see what I can do. Let's see. Mind juice. You know what? I'm gonna give you a little pink peak sunrise. I'm gonna put some frost crystals in there. Or fake crystals? I don't know. I just cram random stuff in my drinks. Like, here, I found this on the floor. Looks delicious. There was a weird bong there. Did I get it wrong? May this inspire boundless creativity. Just what I needed. If only I had a boundless supply of this drink while writing at my desk. Unfortunately, my establishment doesn't do deliveries. What a shame. But before you go on, I actually have something else for you. Here I thought I'd have to needle you for it again. What a pleasant surprise. My favorite kind. Here, a completely proofread manuscript, I hope. Now I remember. She asked me to read a book. This is real life. I would have failed that mission hard. I certainly hope it's completed. Since my retrieval and your proofreading have been such a long time in the making, yes? Right. Long in the making. Should probably wash that red ink off your hands before it stains your mugs. Oh, right. I was editing my recipes all night. Crazy story, actually, for another time, that is. I see. I will say, it's good to have these papers back in my hands. May I inquire as to why you asked for them back now? I've decided to finally publish the book. What I've written about is very dear to my heart, and I'm happy to finally get to share my writing with the world. Minthy, the author, has a nice ring to it. It'll be Mackenzie Cotran Pechan, actually. A very nice pen name. It's finally time to choose one, and something universal at that. Procrastination is a curse all of its own. Sure is. So about the pearl, or pearls, I'm actually kind of wondering about pen names. Like, how common is that? I feel like it's super common. How many authors use pen names, and how many of them are best-selling authors, I wonder. Protection pearls, like I said, it wasn't too eventful. I had tea with the Banshee of Lonesome Lagoon, and she traded me the pearls for objects of her desire. Mostly, I promised her a signed copy of the book. Good for her. You know, I've been meaning to ask, if I may, what do you need the pearls for exactly? I know you're often looking for them, but I was never quite sure why. Well, I'm sure you remember the curse I was bestowed with. Yeah? The curse of parasitic rings that amplify your magic to a painful degree? Exactly those. It caused quite a lot of issues for me and my body. Sometimes it feels like the magic is eating away at me, slowly feasting on my organs and nerves. It's tearing me apart from the inside out as it gradually takes my health and life. The protection pearls help me keep the mana in check. They bring it down to manageable levels. It helps with the pain a lot. So you're saying you turn the pearls into a drink? Wonderful to see that's your first solution to everything. Yes, on occasion. Mostly I grind them into ink for my tattoos. They're very versatile little beauties. Oh, that's what you got. I'm happy you could find some then. Now that I think about it, care to share? I'm sure they'd be great for my drinks. Not so fast. For most people, they just amplify mana to ridiculous and dangerous degrees. And I don't want to be held responsible for the chaos your patrons could cause. However, maybe I could offer something less extreme but still energizing. Here. This is your infamous coffee recipe? After all these years, you finally trust me with it? It's time. I think you can finally make it without poisoning someone. I'll do my best. Thank you, Menthy. I really want to see this drink. Cursed coffee. Oh, I like it. There's a little spooky steam. Another fight drink. We still haven't gotten a new Dex drink yet. And I think coffee would be the thing. Perhaps it will also help you keep your promises in time? Anyhow, I think we're due to take our leave. Need to make some ink? Something like that. Plus, I promised Casket and Kane we'd check it if any primordial tennis balls got washed up in the flood. Baya might be able to make you some moss balls. What a perfect excuse to catch up with her. Is she around? More frequently recently. It's nice. A miracle she still comes around after you exercised her favorite bog body. We were young and inexperienced. It happens. That it does. It was lovely to see you again, innkeeper. Likewise. Best of luck on your journey, and don't forget to send me a copy of that book. If you promise not to forget about its existence this time, I'll do my very best. I know you will, friend. I know you will. Nom 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 nom.